Hey, this is Glendon with the Monday Morning Pep Talk. The title of this segment, High Noon. If you were like me when you were a kid, way back in the day, BC, before cable, you would watch the Westerns. And every Western had the shootout. And they would always meet at high noon. Well, a lot of people are having that same high noon moment, that same shootout, but there's no other party involved. You're doing it to yourself. One of the main reasons that many people are not successful is because in their heart of hearts, they don't think they can be successful. It's like putting in all this time and effort and work and thinking you don't deserve the fruits of your labor. So you get so far, then you slide back. And you get so far, then you slide back because you truly feel that you don't deserve to be successful. I know it sounds strange. I know for many of you who are out there working your ass off, this is laughable, but I'm going to give you a few examples. If someone gives you a compliment and you can't say, well, thank you, and you do one of these things like, oh, well, I'm okay, I'm all right, well, it's the Lord's way, and anything that says you can't honestly accept the compliment means you have that mentality. There's people who are humble who will go, hey, well, thanks. They may say it softly and just move on. But when you actually disparage yourself, you are guilty of that. You're having that high noon moment in yourself every day. Look, if you do something of note and you make headway in this world, there's nothing wrong with raising your paw and saying, I did that. There's nothing wrong with it. We live in a very twisted and repressed society that if you have the admittable gall to actually say, hey, I did something and I'm proud of myself, people think you're arrogant. Because we live in a society that is predicated for losers. That is, the whole machine is predicated for the slowest occupant. So all the fast moving cars are like just frustrated because everything's predicated for the slow occupants. That's the deal. And the reality is, that's why a lot of guys who are very bright start their own business, because they don't want to be in part of that machinery that says, hey, sure, you can move much faster, but hey, little Timmy over there is going to have developed some very low self-esteem, and with you being so successful, we can't have that. We just can't have that. So, just cool your heels. We'll get there. And hey, here's a cookie. I'm serious, because I have been studying society for a long time. And I was watching something on RT channel this morning talking about the deal with Bank of America. And the guy said something that I thought about when I was in high school. Because, during the period when I was growing up in high school, there was a recession. There was big talks about the debt. And I said, well, why don't they just forgive the debt? And my teacher was like, well, that debt is more than just debt. There are people who are owed money. So if you forgive the debt, these people are screwed. Those were the exact words. Well, this guy who was talking about Bank of America this morning said the same thing. And it's like, the only solution is to forgive the debt, but it is not a politically acceptable outcome. It just, even though that's what's going to happen, and it may happen anyway. It may happen anyway if they file bankruptcy. So it's a lot of bad stuff. But in terms of you moving forward and being successful, you've got to stop having that high noon moment with yourself. You've got to hug yourself and love yourself. And this is not some kumbaya, sit by the campfire and hug yourself. It's about this process. Have an ideal, work your ass off on it, expect to win, and be happy when you do. There's nothing wrong with being successful. I did a video a while back, and someone actually put in the comments something that I feel is very true. That, when people find $1, $200, $300 in the unit, it's like happy day, and they slide that bad boy in their pocket. But if you find 80, 90, 100,000, 400,000, you like, I can't deal with this. I need to turn it in. I need to turn it in. Because you're uncomfortable with wealth and being successful, and it's holding you back. Understand, I lead a very simple life. This isn't about accumulating money to go out and buy all kind of flashy trinkets. This is about being successful enough to chart your own destiny, where you wake up every day and it's not like, what do I have to do? It's, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Who do I want to have lunch with? I'm talking about options and true freedom. And you can get there if you start believing in yourself and stop kicking your own ass. Get out of your own way and believe that you can be successful. Believe that you deserve to be successful and believe that there's nothing wrong with that. All right, this is Glendon with the Monday Morning Pep Talk.